What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy Dev. Welcome back to Building Wealth with Dev. Now guys, you guys saw the video title of today. Your boy has picked up a pair of new wheels. Check this out. Well guys, it's not looking like the proper type of day that I'm supposed to be doing this, but I am selling my 2018 Honda Civic Si. I'm getting rid of it and getting a new car, guys. I'm so excited. About to say goodbye to my baby of 4 years, guys. It's been 4 years since I got this car. 4 years almost of trouble-free driving. And here in 2023, I had a couple issues, guys. Ended up blowing a head gasket, which ended up costing me about $4,500. And then the transmission went out shortly thereafter, guys. So crazy. I had a sub and an amp in here. Had a little sound in here, y'all. The inside, man. Inside was always like new. Kept it up real nice. Just got the stuff I gotta take out of it. 86,000 miles on the dash. Back seat never really got used other than Benson. Let's hear it one more time. Let's hear it. Let's see if y'all. Dang, y'all, she going bye-bye. It's been a great car though. Been a great car for me. Y'all just added insurance, man. It's official. Added insurance. Uh-oh. Bye-bye to the Civic keys. Hello to the WRX. So crazy story, guys. I'm gonna put this picture on the screen. So the guy who was selling me this car, his name is Corey Watson here at Sarah Subaru in Akron. He actually sold my grandfather his Kia Soul just a couple years ago, which is so crazy, guys. So I'm literally in shock. It is such a small world. He sold him a Kia at a Kia dealership that's probably a good 20 minutes away from here. So it's just such a small world, guys. Small world, you just never know. All right, guys, leaving the dealership. Here she is. Am I sure? Uh-oh. I'm positive. Got the 2023 Subaru. Can't even say it. Subaru. How do you say it, guys? Subaru WRX, guys. Super pumped. Brand new. About to have some fun with this thing. Bye-bye, SI. Bye-bye, baby. In with the new, y'all. 105 miles. People were test driving it. You know how that go, but brand new, baby. Bye, SI. We'll miss you, girl. We had a lot of fun together. No speeding tickets. I pulled over a few times, but no tickets. God is good. Last day of it being a fishbowl, baby. Last day of it being a fishbowl. Only had it a couple days. I can't be rolling in no fishbowl, y'all. We gotta get this together. Oh my God. Look at this thing. Oh, yeah. This is crazy, y'all. This is hard. You ain't looking in it. All right, guys, you guys just saw that super exciting taking delivery video of my 2023 Subaru WRX. Now, guys, I want to give you a little backstory because none of this was even supposed to happen in my mind. At the beginning of this year, you would have told me that I'd be getting a new car, especially a brand new car. I'd have been like, pause, hold that for a second. I'm about to pay off my car and I'm about to be chilling with my vehicle for a while, but life had other plans. Now, I've been talking about my 2018 Honda Civic Si a lot since I've started this channel, so I want to give you guys a little inside look into why I decided to get rid of my 2018 Honda Civic Si and why I decided to buy the 2023 Subaru WRX. Now, guys, I bought my 2018 Honda Civic Si 4 years ago on my 22nd birthday. I was turning 22 and I needed a new car because I had a company car when I was working for the big trucking and transportation business. But when I left that company, of course, I had to give back the company car. The company car went with the job. So when I got rid of that company car, I needed a car and I ended up buying the 2018 Honda Civic Si. the Civic Si was an amazing car for me for about 3 years, really even about 3.5 years. After about 3.5 years, I randomly was noticing this smell, and then one day I was in a drive-through line and the car had overheated a little bit, and this was the first time since I had owned the car, mind you, it had been 3.5 years that I had had any sort of trouble out of my vehicle. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, it can't be anything major because like I've had this car for 3.5 years and this car has been bulletproof for me. So long story short, I ended up taking it over to the local shop that I go to, and they diagnosed it, and they called me later on in the day stating that I had blew a head gasket. Now, probably just like yourself, I was in the same position. I had no idea what that meant. I'm like, okay, like, is that like a minor fix? Like, is that something major? And they were like, oh no, it's a very major expense. Best case scenario, you're gonna be looking at around $3,500, $4,000, somewhere around there. Worst case scenario, you're gonna be looking at $7,000. Now guys, I don't know about you, but I ain't had no $7,000 to be putting into a used car. So I'm like, Lord, please, please, don't let it be the $7,000 option. And fortunately for me, it was not, but it was right around the $4,000 option, guys. I ended up spending a little bit over $4,000 in that one car repair. Now, I ended up picking up the car after it had been down for about a month and a half because it took them almost a month and a half to fix it. So I ended up picking it up. I drove it for the weekend, and I'm leaving my office that next following Monday, and I'm hopping on the highway, and I get to the top of the on-ramp, and if you don't know anything about Honda Civic SIs, they're manual transmission cars. I love manuals. That's what I want, right? So I get onto the top of the on-ramp, though I'm merging onto the highway, and I go to shift into gear, and the shifter won't go into gear, and it gets stuck. So this was the first time ever in the 4 years that I had owned this vehicle, or 3.5 at that moment, that the car had ever had me pull it off to the side of the road and had me stranded. I had to call a tow truck. The car would not go into gear, so there was nothing that I could do. So long story short, I ended up making it over to the shop. Finally, the tow truck driver helped me out, and we get it to the shop, and the transmission's blew. And I'm like, okay guys, this is a Honda. This is a 2018 Honda. This is a Honda Civic. How was this car broken down? Like, I just couldn't really take it, guys. So my mind was gone again, and fortunately for me, Honda decided that since I had just spent all that money on the head gasket repair, and I've been a loyal customer to them ever since I purchased the car 3.5 years ago, they were able to do something called a goodwill, where they reached out to Honda Corporate and asked if Honda Corporate could help with this repair, which they did. So they ended up taking care of the transmission on the vehicle. Now, I ended up driving the vehicle for another month or two, and guys, it wasn't the same. After I had those big major repairs, I just didn't really trust the vehicle anymore. The vehicle didn't have any sort of warranty on it anymore. And after those repairs, guys, I always kind of had something going on in the back of my head like, man, what if this car does the same thing again and I got to go spend another $4,000 or $5,000 on this vehicle? That is the last thing I want, guys, because that literally threw off my budget for this year. Everything I've spent on that car this year was right around $5,000. So after spending that $5,000 of unexpected money this year on that vehicle, it really sort of showed me like, okay, what if this happens again? I'm going to spend another $5,000. Like, I could not mentally get myself to the point where I felt really comfortable keeping the car. So every other day I would tell my wife, I'd be like, hey babe, I want another car. And then the next I'd be like, no, I'm going to keep the Civic. Oh, I want another car. And then I'll be like, no, I'm not going to get that car because of the fuel economy, or just, I was trying to sell myself on keeping the car because I had finally paid off the car earlier this year. So I had no car payment, but like I said, just that repair really scared me. So I decided in my situation to go out and buy a brand new car. I bought a 2023 Subaru WRX, brand new. And one of the reasons I ended up going brand new was because I wanted the new car warranty. Now, guys, since I have purchased the new car, I'm not even gonna lie, I've been so freaking excited and happy to go drive the car every time that I get to go somewhere, right? Because it's a new car. Of course, it has that new car feeling right now. Everything's so tight, everything's so new, big screen in the car. Like, it's super cool, right? Of course, that feeling is gonna wear off after a little while, but it has been so dope being able to drive something new. And it's always been a car that I've always looked at, but I never thought I'd actually be able to get one. So for me, it's just been kind of like a dream come true to be able to go out and get a new car, and I've been so excited. This is my take when it comes to vehicles, right? You know, you got all this financial advice on YouTube, on TikTok, everywhere out here talking about, oh, you should never buy a new car. You should always buy a car a couple years old and blah, 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 blah. You should do what you're able to do, right? Now, this is what I mean by that. If you are able to still travel, if you have a nice home, if you're able to invest in your retirement plans, and you want to go out and buy a new vehicle, you are able to do that, right? Because like you are handling your business in all your other areas of financial life, so you're able to go out and buy a new car, right? Yes, I know that I'm going to lose some money when it comes to depreciation, but I'm also buying a vehicle that shouldn't lose as much money as, let's say, for example, some more expensive luxury type vehicles, right? But if you are not able to do other things in your life, if you don't have a home, right, and you're renting and your goal is to eventually own a property, but you're going out and signing yourself up for a car payment that you know you can't afford, that's going to prevent you from being able to eventually be able to buy that house, then that's not smart. Or if you know that you want to travel, but you're spending all your money on your car, which holds you back from being able to travel, that doesn't make sense. Or if your goal is to one day be able to retire, but you haven't started investing $1 into retirement, and you're not continually investing money every single month into your retirement, but you have a car that's taking all your money, that's preventing you from being able to invest for retirement, that's where I feel like you buying a new car or you buying a car that costs any significant amount of money should not even be in the conversation. Now, guys, it's so interesting that this all worked out the way it did, because one of my biggest struggles, and I'm going to be very vulnerable and transparent right now, is spending money, guys. Like when it comes to spending money on myself and enjoying the money that we've made through investing over the years, it's actually very, very, very tough, because one side of me is always like, okay, like let's save everything we can so that we can continue investing and have this big nest egg one day. But then the other side of me, and something that really touched me this year, and I haven't talked about it publicly on my YouTube channel yet, is I lost my grandmother a couple months ago. And after my grandma passed, I realized that life is really short, and that, you know, we have to enjoy life while we're here, because one day we won't be here. So for me deciding to go out and get the new car, you know, for me, it was bigger than just going out and getting a new car. It was finally saying to myself, you know what? I'm no longer going to just be in that mindset of, I'm going to save everything I possibly can so that, you know, I'll have this huge nest egg one day. Like, all that's great. But guys, there gets to a point where you have to enjoy, you know, all the hard work that you put in. So me going out and getting this new car has been some enjoyment of some of the hard work that we've been putting in over these past 5 years of building our investment portfolios up, guys. So it has been such a cool experience having a brand new car. It's my first time having a brand new car. And guys, I'll never be that type of person that, oh, you need to go out and get a new car. You need to know, like, at the end of the day, honestly, that buying a new car is not a smart financial decision at all, right? But in our situation where we have assets that are working hard for us, our money's working for us every single month, you know, hey, we're able to go out and do some fun things, and going out and buying a new car in my situation was something fun that we were able to go out and do. I am so grateful to God that He has put us in the position to be able to go out and do that. And guys, it's just a blessing, guys, and we're just going to enjoy the blessings that God has given us, because that's why He put us here, to bless others and then to enjoy ourselves, guys. So, you know, we're going to enjoy it. But I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into another video. Always remember, God is in it. There is no limit. Your dream life is out there. You just got to find a way to go get it. We'll see y'all in the next video.